What is going on, my meta millionaires? I'm your host Terry, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip, and guys, I hope you've been buying dip because the past 5 days, MMAT Meta has been green. We've been on the 5-day green train, green train. If I can get my words right, I'm just so excited. We got a lot of great stuff in today's video. Make sure you stay tuned. We're just gonna get right to it. First, we're gonna go over the Fintel, and we got some fantastic news on the Fintel. The big totes are buying in, that's right. I mean, look at how many, if we click refresh this, on the buyers. Look how many buyers there is. Now, I was a little confused on this first one. The Susquehanna International Group, they did buy 657,000 put contracts, but they also bought 1.163 million, 1,163,600 call options. So that was very interesting that they bought puts and calls. It's kind of like they're just playing the ropes here. So very interesting. But to take note of that, they did buy more calls than they did puts. You got here, the Deutsche Bank bought 39,544 shares. Bank of New York has total now a 198,842 share count. They increased their position. We got HAP Trading bought 218,850 call options, guys. That's a big order right there. But I must say, here is the one that I'm really excited about, BlackRock. They increased their position. They now have over 4.4 million shares. They increased their position over 635%. Make sure you stay tuned because we got the more breaking down numbers of that coming up in one of my spreadsheets for the short position. So make sure you stay tuned. We also got a couple other people opening up some small positions here, but look how many green, guys. Here we go. Green rows indicate new positions. Check that out. So super, super exciting stuff. A lot of companies buying into this. I mean, just look down here in just August. How many is buying in? Person here bought 52,000 shares, 10,000 shares, 3,000, kind of get the drift, 30-some thousand, 50-some thousand shares. There's a lot of buyers. So we like looking at the buyers, but we also got to look at the sellers. We did have some people selling out some shares today. It looks like the Susquehanna International Group did sell out 170,000 shares. And we got the other Susquehanna sold out 50,000 shares. So we did have some selling out. This one here closed out their position. But we've had a lot more buying. Look at this here for August. I mean, you're only talking maybe 10 people that sold out of their positions. But there's a lot more green than there is, red in a sense. So real quick, look at the owner accumulation score. 94.98, guys, of ownership accumulation score. Ranked number 376 out of 36,000 stocks. So keep that in mind. Just scrolling down here, I think that's all we covered there. Yes. Now, we're going to get right to it. The short interest. This has changed. I got the premium version of the Fintel website, so I can give you all the numbers here. Everything that's unlocked on here, guys. So stay tuned. The short interest to float is now 8.01%. The short interest of shares is 14,222,162 shares. The short squeeze score has gone up a little bit now. We're up to a 59.13. We're kind of ranked 3,100 out of 8,900 stocks. So we're still kind of low, but it has been going up. We scroll down here and look. Nothing really much has changed there. We do got some numbers to go over. I haven't been on the Fintel website in a couple of days. Had a lot of stuff going on in life. But let's look at today. The FINRA short volume ratio was 54.94%. If we look at yesterday, August the 10th, we had a FINRA short volume ratio of 49.29%. And wow, they still don't even have yesterday the 10th updated because they don't got the PSX hasn't disclosed numbers yet. Wow. Pretty interesting there. So we don't have the combined short volume ratio yet for the FINRA, CBOE, and the PSX, the three institutions that report their short transactions, the short volume. But last time we did get that was back on the 9th, which I believe was Monday, and the combined short volume ratio was 58.95%. But the FINRA on that day was over 5 million shares. So it's probably in the low 50s, I'm going to guess, but it all depends what the CBOE and the PSX reports for their share count. So I'm looking in the 50s for that as well. We scroll down here and look. We got short tail futures update. Yeah, still 8.01% on the 14 million shares. We are waiting for, that did update, the publication date was yesterday 8/10, and that we already covered that. So yeah, there's all that news. Now, the short transactions, guys, I went in and did the spreadsheets for, I missed Monday and Tuesday, so I got them for you here today. Look how many there is for the 10th. Just scrolling through here. And look how many there is for the 9th. The 9th was a lot. That's all I'm going to say. Look at all this. Just 2 days. Still scrolling. There we go back to the 6th. So let's go take a look at these spreadsheets. All right, guys. So here's the Google spreadsheet for August the 9th, Monday. MMAT shorts. Look at these volumes here, man. It is pretty crazy how many short positions there was on the 9th. Check this. We're just still scrolling, guys. Check this out. So the total amount of shares shorted for Monday, August the 9th was 1,227,508 shares. The total shares shorted. I made it a little bigger down here so it's a little easier to see on the screen. If we go over here and look, the total dollar amount of the shares that was shorted, $4,397,979.33. Guys, there was 300. I'm on line 304 at the very bottom. If I scroll the whole way back up, my first line was number 4. So we had 300 short sale transactions that occurred on Monday. And the stock still held green. Are you kidding me? Over 1.2 million shares were shorted. About $4.4 million of those shares were shorted, and we still ended green for the day because we were on our 5th consecutive green day. All right, so here we are looking at the spreadsheet for August the 10th. Yesterday, we got the total numbers up here. There wasn't as many yesterday as there was on Monday, but still, I mean, it goes to show you how many there is. So let's check this out here. If we go here and look, the total amount of shares shorted was 413,716 shares was shorted on Tuesday, August the 10th. The total dollar amount of those shares shorted was $1,490,560.93. That's right. So still over 1.4 million, almost 1.5 million shares shorted. Almost 500,000 shares were shorted. Now we're touching base. If you see down at the bottom, we got the BlackRock detailed numbers. So you saw there in the Fintel where BlackRock increased their position by 600 and some percent. BlackRock originally had, as you see down there, 599,008 shares. In the Fintel website, they now disclose they have 4,402,975 shares. They increased their position over 3,803,000 shares, guys. 3.8 million shares. BlackRock increased their position. That is the exact number right there. If you go and get the details of what they owned, what they added, that is the number. And I wanted to bring that to you because that says a lot. I showed you there at the beginning. All the big totes are buying in, man. They know something's coming up. We got earnings coming up. Let's go talk about those earnings. Here we got Meta to report the Q2 earnings August the 12th. Here it says Thursday, August 12th after the market close. So tomorrow after market close, they will report the earnings. And we wasn't getting our hope. We don't want to get our hopes up on the earnings. The company, is just getting on the NASDAQ. We do have a couple products on the market. If you go here and look, we got the METATERRY Aviation Laser Glare Protective Eyewear. You can see right here, they are $1,000. They also have down here the METATERRY, the HoloOptics, and the NanoWeb is also. The NanoWeb's coming soon. The HoloOptics and the METATERRY is currently out. So that is our products right now out there. But this here kind of got me a little bit thinking. We are eager to share our first quarterly report since Meta became the first metamaterial company listed on the NASDAQ, said Ken Rice, Meta's chief financial officer and EVP. The filing deadline for the Q2 2021 10Q is August 16th. We expected to file ahead of time this Thursday. So that's what it says. Now, when someone says we are eager to share our first quarterly report, that makes me think, does he know something that we don't? Because for a company that just got products on the market, why would you be eager to share the first quarterly report? I mean, none of us metas or meta heads, meta millionaires are going to be super excited about the earnings part. What we're hoping is the guidance going forward, and maybe some big partnership / press release can be released after the earnings. That's right. That's what we're all excited for. So if the chief financial officer, Mr. Ken Rice, is eager to share the report, maybe, just maybe, there is something in there that he knows that we don't. So keep our fingers crossed that maybe Ken's going to deliver some good news. All right, guys, and I want to kind of touch base on this right here. This is the screenshot of the failure to deliver, the T35 deadlines. You can see today was a big one, 8.6 million shares. So we don't know if this is going to be, 100% what is going by, but expect here soon that the torch deadlines, and we got the MMAT deadlines for the T35. This could have a lot to do with the price action we've been seeing. Maybe there is some, I think maybe there's a small percentage of shorts covering possibly to do it now, but I still think there's a big bulk of people out there. There is an article out here on Reddit. I just want to say, go check this out and read it. It kind of talks about today's trading hours VWAP for MMAT, and it said that MMAT had a total of 8.8 million shares traded today for a combined VWAP price of 348. So go check out this article. I think there's a good bit of information here. I just wanted to put it out here that it is on Reddit to go check out, kind of a little bit about the failure to delivers. You can see here it's saying the 5th consecutive day of green. Feel really hopeful tomorrow. 3.3 million failure to delivers is going to be covered according to the T35 and earnings call after hours. Meta seems to be eager to share the result. Also looking at the volume in the dark pool. How is this even considered fair market? Hashtag dark pool abuse. So I totally agree. I totally agree with that, man. I think there is some shady stuff going on. Here's a little homework. Go look at Meta's chart and go look at AMC's chart today, guys. I know. All right, and real quick, just want to run this down. We're going to cut this video, man. We're going a little long here, but I wanted to show you this because we started out here, we dropped right down, and we kind of fought back up. We had a little small dip. We came back up, ended the day green. Look at AMC. Started out, took a big dip, came back up, dipped down a little bit, came back up. They did have a little spike here, then it came back down, and they did finish positive as of right now. It looks like after hours. They were down there at the closing of regular hours, but after hours they did come back. So, I mean, just look at that. I mean, those charts, you look like you could just overlay them to each other. Other than that spike that AMC had there, that one spike, but I mean, yeah. I mean, just pretty much like twinsies, man. Twinsies chart. So guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. We had a lot of information in this one, so if you stuck it the whole way out, you're a true meta millionaire. So, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.